Okay, write down lesson 32 word problems in your notebooks. And this is kind of a continuation of algebraic phrases, which was our last lesson. And you'll remember some of our keywords of, what, is, some. You don't need to write those down, but I'm just kind of reviewing that a little bit with you. So a lot of this here is you got to remember your keywords. All right, so let's take a look at this first example. And it's probably a little hard to see here, but I'll just read this off also. Okay, so write that just as it appears there. So example 1, it says 4 times a number. 4 times a number is decreased by 8 equals 92. Okay, so write that down. Then once you've written it down, I want you to write down, or I want you to underline your key words. So Dylan,
Yeah, I was just thinking.
4 times the number is decreased by 8 equals 92. Now this one's a little deceptive because you have the word is, but then over to the right you have the word equals. So that word is in this situation doesn't count as the equal sign. What I want you to do right now, what I want you to try, is I want you to try to write that now as an equation. Now before, remember with algebraic phrases, you didn't have an equal sign. But here, in these, in lesson 32, you do, because you've got that word equals. So I'm going to underline some of the key words here. So you definitely have the equal sign right there. So 4 times a number is decreased by 8. How would I write 4 times a number?
4n.
Okay, 4n, or 4a, I'm going to use a this time. So 4 times the number, all right, we would represent that as 4a, is decreased. What's decreased mean? Minus. So 4 times the number is decreased by 8 equals 92. Right, now solve it. Now ask yourself what they're doing to a. Okay, they're multiplying by 4, and they're subtracting 8. Okay, what are we going to do?
Add 8.
We're going to add 8
Or 8. Divide by
and
4.
divide by 4. Remember, you got to do the addition and subtraction first. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add 8 to both sides. That gets the 8s to cancel out. So 4a is left equals 100. Now divide by 4. And the 4's cancel out, and we get 25. So the solution or the number then is 25. Okay? Not too bad. These aren't too bad if you look at your keywords. All right, let's take a look at example 2. Okay, write that one down. If the product of 4 and a number, so if the product of 4 and a number is decreased by 12, the result, the answer, or in other words, is equal to twice the opposite of the number. So if the product of 4 and a number is decreased by 12, the result is twice the opposite of the number. Okay, once you have it written down, try to make the equation for that. Where's the equal sign? What word or words in there is indicating the equal sign? Huh? The result. That's the equal sign. Result. Because the word is here is just representing, it's just saying that the product of 4 and a number is decreased. Okay, that's not an equal sign there. Most of the time it would, but in these 2 examples they're not. Okay, let's see, product of 4 and a number. So again, I'm going to use 4a. Now what are they doing to the product of 4 and a number? What are they doing?
Minusing.
They're subtracting what?
12.
12 is, or the result is twice the opposite of the number. And since I'm using A, then I'll use A again. Now I'm going to simplify this up a little bit. I'm going to write this as 4A minus 12. Let's see, what's a positive times a negative on the right side?
Negative.
This is simply just a negative 2A right there. And you'll probably want to get used to writing it this way because it makes it easier when you solve the equation. So instead of writing it 2 negative A, I would go a step further and write that as a negative 2A. All right, is there any simplifying on the left side to do? Is there any like terms on the left side of the equal side? No. Is there any like terms on the right side?
Nope.
Okay, we're done with the simplifying. Second step, get all the A's on one side. What's smaller, negative 2 or 4? Negative 2. Pick on the negative 2. What could I add or subtract to a negative 2 to cancel it?
2.
But do what?
Positive.
Add 2A. So 4A plus 2A is 6A minus 12. Well, what's left over here? A negative 2 plus 2 is nothing. What's left?
1.
I got to have something there.
1.
Huh?
1.
What's a negative 2 plus 2?
0.
0. Okay, now you finish it. Solve it. They're subtracting 12 and they're multiplying by 6. You add 12 and divide by 6. So add 12. So 6A equals 12. And then divide by 6. Number is 2. Okay? Alright, so this is word problems then.